Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Texit AllStars training today. We are so glad that you tuned in with us today. We've got some exciting information that we want to share with you. It is going to be uplifting and edifying and educational and help you to further advance your investments. So we're so glad you tuned in with us today. My name is Cheryl Stockham, and yes, I am the wife of Casper Stockham. And allow me to introduce my husband to you. Casper Stockham has been in business marketing for 40 years and achieved top ranks in many marketing companies. He's the founder of All Star Success Alliance Training Company. He's knowledgeable in compensation plans and marketing plan. He's a marketing plan designer. He's an author of the Golden Business Solution, Texit Edition. He's a business owner. He's a Texit leader. He is a father, a husband, and an all around good guy, if I do say so myself. So allow me to turn it over to you, sweetheart, Casper Stockham.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Dave. Great. Started. Hey, folks, if you have any questions at all, feel free to type them in the chat.
You know what? They can't see me or hear me. I apologize for that. Oh boy. Okay, let me start again. I am not an employee of Texaco. I'm not a financial advisor or attorney. I do not give tax or legal advice. There are no guarantees implied or otherwise. So past results are not a guarantee of future results. Now, with that said, I've got some really bad news and good news to share with you. Let's start with the bad news. So the bad news is the dollar is has been declining for many years. In fact, when the Fed kicked in 1913, they created the Federal Reserve. The dollar has been declining ever since. And in 1971, Nixon took us off the gold standard, and it has just been not a good time for the dollar. Let's just say that. Right now, the dollar is worth about 5 cents, and some even say it's less than that. Now, I know I took my daughter to the movies recently, and it cost $60 to go to the movies and just get a drink and some popcorn. But I can remember back when I was growing up, I could take $2 and take a friend to the movies with $2 and have change left over after the movie. So the dollar definitely has been declining. But the crypto market, the cryptocurrency, is becoming more and more accepted. Now it's still a struggle, it's still a battle out there with the banks and so forth. But J.P. Morgan, Chase, and a lot of these banks are starting to lean into crypto. In fact, just a couple years ago, they were telling their employees to stay away from crypto. Now the banks are all, and I mean all, involved in crypto. Now they may not be showing you crypto on the retail side when you go to the bank, but all of them are trading in crypto on the backside. In fact, a lot of them are wanting to manage large crypto assets today. Now Coinbase, which is their crypto currency platform, they joined the S&P 500 and back in June, and they had a surge of 43% in June, making it the top performing stock on the S&P 500. So crypto is becoming more and more mainstream by the day. And President Trump several months ago signed the Genius Act. Now the Genius Act has a lot of moving parts to it, but it put up some guardrails for crypto, and it also tied crypto to the U.S. currency. So there's a lot of additional stuff going on with that, but it gave us guardrails and is getting us more. Is turning crypto into a more and more accepted form of financing. And in fact, Trump also signed an executive order that allowed for cryptocurrencies to be tracked in your 401k. Now, it doesn't mean that they're going to be tracked in the 401k, because it's still, we need those institutions to now start to revamp and change things. And that whole industry moves very, very slowly, but we're definitely leaning in the right direction. And Trump has also said he wanted the U.S. to become the crypto capital of the world. Now, Texacoin is really uniquely positioned for that to happen. We're going to get more into that in just a second. But I have a question for you. How many of you out there actually took advantage of Bitcoin, or heard of Bitcoin and actually took advantage of it back in the day? Yeah, I would say that a lot of us did not. I saw Bitcoin when it was like $50 a coin. And I'm saying, why on earth would anybody spend $50 on a mythical coin that no one can take advantage of, no one can really do anything with? And it was, it just wasn't something I really thought was worth anything. That was back in '09 to 2012. It was a hobby. But then it turned into a venture in 2012 and 16, and people started actually making money with Bitcoin. I still didn't get it, I still didn't see it, but it started to really catch on as something that could turn into something down the road. And then it started to scale up from 16 to 2020, and people were really making big money with it, and a lot of industries were forming around it. Today, it's a corporate type situation, and it's an institution. Bitcoin now is being used to store your money, not so much to grow it now, because it's kind of past the phase of 10xing and 20xing and so forth. But now it's an institution. Now a lot of the big banks and large corporations are all purchasing Bitcoin, and it's a good place to put your money, just like with gold and silver and so forth. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin. What we're doing here with Texacoin is quite different than just crypto investing. We are doing crypto mining, and I'm going to explain the difference to you, because you need to understand this is the huge difference with what we have with Texacoin. So what is Texacoin? Well, Texacoin is an American-made blockchain that is rooted in transparency, security, and community engagement. Unlike other crypto projects, Texacoin is ran by real leadership and experts in the world of alternative currencies. And we just got off the corporate call with the founder, Bobby Gray, who I'm going to talk to you about here shortly. But our first goal is to reach $16 by February of 2026. And there is a plan to do that. And I'm going to show you that plan here shortly. Texacoin is decentralized proof-of-work type cryptocurrency. We're designed to enable fast and low-cost peer-to-peer transactions with no intermediaries. So if I have a Texacoin wallet and you have a Texacoin wallet, and you have something I want and I want to buy it, I can send you Texacoin directly, and we can have that transaction. That's the power of Texacoin. All right, the Texacoin is like a Bitcoin time machine. So it would be great if we could go back in time, if I could go back in time and buy some Bitcoin when it was $50 a coin. Now, Bitcoin today is trading, I believe, at $118,000 per coin, somewhere around in there. So I'd be a multimillionaire had I purchased Bitcoin back then and held it. Now, a lot of people purchased Bitcoin, and when it got to $500, $700 a coin, they sold, and now it's $118,000 per coin. So we're like a Bitcoin time machine. So Texacoin is based in the U.S. soil in the great state of Texas. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are controlled by the same foreign governments and institutions that they set out to disrupt. Over 90% of cryptos are meme coins or are made out of thin air and scams and pump and dumps. And Texacoin is proof of work, powered by real equipment and led by real people. We have real mining equipment that we're installing and building in Texas. We have zero pre-mined coins, so there's no lockups or holds or holding periods. Texacoin is liquid and trading on exchanges such as Dextrade and Bitmart. We're actually trading on like 7 other exchanges at this point. We have the power consumption of Bitcoin, like most cryptos, consumption is 100 times more power than required. So Bitcoin, it takes a lot of power to actually mine Bitcoin and use that network. So Texacoin went live at 0.028 cents in April 2024, and we have 100x that by double now. Right now, today, and I just took this snapshot today, we're trading at about a 417. Now keep that 417 in mind, because I'm going to show you a chart that shows we are right on track on where we're planning to be at this time. We have multiple mining sites operational now in Texas. We have grown to over, this slide is old, it says 21,000. We actually have over 40,000 in our community right now of miners. And we have brought in over 50 million, and now we're at 102 million in growth in Texacoin. Texacoin, and this is the disclaimer, right? Past results do not dictate or guarantee further future results. This is a screenshot I took of our back office, and actually you can see this screen without even logging in. This is the transparency that Texacoin has. I've analyzed companies for many years. I've never seen any company that puts their numbers right on the website before you can even log in to it. That's just unheard of really in the industry. And that top circle there that says 102, that's $102 million. Now understand, folks, when I first saw this, it was $5 million in revenue. That was at the end of April, and it was $5 million, and now we're at $100 million. So the proof of concept, proof of work, the growth with Texacoin is pretty powerful. Now I have to tell you, when I first got the call from a buddy of mine, his name is Dan, he told me about Texacoin, I was a hard no. Like, not interested, because I had lost money in crypto. I was not really wanting to lose any more money. But he said, no, you need to look at this one. It's a little different. We're doing crypto mining, and I didn't know what that meant. I didn't even know what that was. But I said, okay, I'll take a look at it. I reluctantly went and looked at it. 3 days later, I was ready to join, because I knew what I was seeing was totally different than the past programs that I had seen before. They were based outside of the U.S. They were kind of pump and dump situations. They were, a lot of hype and not a lot of substance to them. But with Texacoin, it was totally different. So right now we're at 100 million, and we have that circle in the lower right-hand corner. We have over 40,000 miners that are active in Texacoin right now. So why would Texacoin be the next big crypto? Well, we're real people, we're real leadership. Bobby Gray is our founder and fearless leader of Texacoin. We were just on a corporate call with him. He was answering questions for an hour, right before we started this live stream. He created the American Open Currency Standard in 2008 and still going today. Alternative currency expert, testified in front of Congress in 2012. The most famous guy you probably never heard of due to his designing of the original Bitcoin cold market coin. I'll kind of show you a picture of our current coin now. And he bridged the gap between the physical and the digital world with the cold storage coin that we have. And Texacoin is a proof of work type concept that we are working right now. Texacoin is the product of combining the principles of honest money and the financial technology of our time. And that was a quote by Bobby Gray. This is an image of our cold storage coin. It's really a neat product. Two types of wallets we have, the hot and cold. This is a cold storage coin, but you can create a hot wallet as well. The hot wallet is like a checking account, and cold wallet is like a savings account. That's how we best explain it. So you can receive coins when purchase a mining seat, and then you can have those coins go into your cold storage coin or your hot wallet, so you can trade them through your hot wallet. You want to keep your coin safe. This coin, in the beginning, obviously it doesn't have that many coins on it, but over time, those coins, those mined coins, all go on your cold storage coin, and you're going to want to keep this safe. So keep it with your gold and silver in a safe deposit box, whatever, because over time it can be worth a lot of money. This is how it started, right? Bobby had these mining equipment set up in his garage. And a couple of our leaders actually went out to spend some time with Bobby just to make sure it was real. In fact, one of those gentlemen in the center there should be joining us shortly on the call tonight. His name is Greg Knox. So this is just how it started. That's Bobby in the center there, showing off some of the different mining machines that we have. But we are growing, and the mining operation is growing. So this is one of our larger units, fog hashing unit. It's a large storage container to where all the mining equipment is installed in that, and those units are going to be spread throughout Texas. We have a couple of those units going in as we speak, and some of them are live right now. This is a picture of the one, I believe, in Victoria, Texas, but we have them in different cities scattered throughout Texas. We're going to have about 30 of these set up over time in the Texas area. Here are some billboards from back in the day, and I say back in the day because Texacoin is about 18 months old, and these are some older billboards, but you can see the growth of Texacoin over the past few months. We also have advertising in some major airports in Texas, Florida, I believe in California, and some other states now are displaying these ads all over the place. So we're not hiding. This is not a project to where you got to sneak around and say, well, I don't know if I want to share it. No, we are loud and proud, and you're going to see some of the other advertising we're doing. So about I think in May, a lot of us qualified for a trip, and we went to Vegas, and these billboard trucks were driving up and down the strip, so we got a chance to see those. And it was an all expense paid trip for some of us who qualified, and we went to Vegas and had a great time. They also are wrapping cars left and right, and a lot of these are in Texas, but now there's some Florida and some in Arizona and so forth. So that number is just going to it's going to continue, and they're giving away a lot of cars as well. So I went to the corporate office in McKinney, Texas, and I took a picture with some of the cars that were in the parking lot in McKinney, Texas. We also have hot air balloons that we had at one of the festivals in Texas. I think it was in Plano, Texas, and they had the Texit balloon. We also are sponsoring sports teams now, so the Dallas Stars, we are official sponsor for them. We also are sponsors for Texas Longhorns and the TCU, Texas Christian University. These are some pictures of our community, and this is when we were in Vegas, taking some pictures there. More pictures of us in Vegas hanging out. More pictures in Vegas. The center picture there was I took a picture with Bobby, and somebody just told a funny joke, and he laughed, and we caught that on camera, so that was kind of cool. All right, so in order to really take advantage of Texacoin, to even get in Texacoin, you really need to establish a crypto wallet. And you say, I don't know a lot about crypto wallets. That's okay. We'll teach you. There's a lot of leaders out here like myself and others. We can teach you how to do it. Crypto wallets are free, but you're really going to need to get a crypto wallet so you can start buying and trading crypto, especially your Texacoin that's mined on a continual basis. All right, so the process of selling Texacoin is pretty easy. It takes about 40 to 50 minutes to go all the way through this process, but you would start with your Texacoin wallet. You would send that coin to the exchanges, and right now we're showing 2, but there's actually about 7 other exchanges. That takes about 8 to 10 minutes to do that, and then it takes about 4 to 20 minutes once you sell it to get it to your crypto wallet, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Unit, Kraken, whatever. And then you can send it from there to your bank account. Now there's another process that you can do to circumvent your bank if you want. The same process all the way through until you get to your crypto wallet. And then most crypto wallets have a debit card. So when I took my daughter to the movies, I used my Coinbase debit card, and just like you would any other debit card. So you can use it for gas, groceries, movies, whatever, just like you would any debit card. So most of the crypto wallets have a debit card attached to it. All right, so this chart right here is what really got me motivated when I saw it many months ago, because this is a graphic representation of what Bobby had handwritten out back in December of 2024. And he said, based upon our liquid reserves and the target market, or the market cap, we should be at this dollar value for our coin. And since April to now, he's been, well, actually since the beginning until now, he's been pretty much right on track. So I told you before, the coin right now is trading for about 417-ish. Well, we're in October. We have 5 million in liquidity, and right now, and Bobby said we should be at 379, and right now we're at 417. So we're pretty close. Now, Bobby also just said on the call that we have some more liquidity that's going to be going into place, and we're going to use real estate this time, and that's going to get us to the 10 million in liquidity. Once we get to 10 million, and the market cap is right around 285 million or so, we should be able to get a coin value of about 529. So in the coming days or so, just look for the nudge, as we call it, to happen, to where the coin will go up in to some value. And as long as the market maintains that, then that's what the coin will be. Now, there was a bump in the coin a couple weeks ago. It went up to 7 something. It came back down. That was not something within our control. That's the market just having fun with the coin. But this is a planned growth that we have in place. So it's kind of cool. Now, we have Texas Coin is doing things differently than traditional initial coin offerings. A lot of them do it through venture capital type situations where they've raised the capital to build out the mining infrastructure. So we're not doing it that way. We're doing it through crowdfunding instead of venture capital. So we're delivering results and returns in real time. We're growing profitable and scalable, and is scaling up fast. The coin is liquid from day one, so you don't have to call Bob and say, man, can I sell my coin today? No, he wants you to trade and sell the coin. He wants it to be active. That also helps the market when the market sees there's activity with the coin. And right now, we have more buyers than sellers. People are trying to hold on to the coin, not sell their coin. So, so we're definitely okay with you selling your coin. No lockups or forced holdings. No artificial scarcity. So coins are mined daily. The miners can sell whenever they like, right? So you don't have to ask Bobby or me or anybody else if you want to sell your coin. The risk of a big pump and dump is behind us. So we're at a point now, and we have the liquidity pools put in place, so there won't be any big pump and dumps. And a lot of the early folks that came in early with Bobby, they have all signed pledges to not dump all of their coins all at once. So we won't have any big pump and dumps going on. And new miner sales create new sales cycle. So somebody that gets in now at 417, they don't want to sell it right away. They want to hold it, right? Because they anticipate it going up to $10 or $20 or whatever. So they want to hold it. So the potential for a pump and dump actually gets less as the coin goes up. The $16 gets us to the proof of concept point, and we will be there by February based upon Bobby's chart. So here is an image of the liquidity pools that we have in place right now. We have USDC. We have money in the USDC account for liquidity. We have money in the Bitcoin account for liquidity. We have money in the Ethereum account for liquidity. Now, these are all cryptocurrencies, so those markets are up and down. So we put $1 million in there, but then some of those markets, some of those accounts are less than $1 million now. But we have a gold bullion account that we just put in place, and it actually is doing better right now than some of the crypto markets. So the gold bullion is worth more than what we initially invested. So it's actually making up the difference on those accounts to get us to where we need to be liquidity-wise. But the next pool, we were thinking about XRM or XRP, but it's actually going to be real estate. So we're going to put the money in a place to where it's It's liquid, but it's also in a place that is stable or growing. All right, so if that wasn't enough, there is a path to 80 that you can read on the help.mindtxe.com website to get us to $80 a coin. There's also a path to 800. So when you start reading those, you start understanding the power of what we're putting in place here with Texit Coin. So mining Texit Coin versus buying Texit Coin, and both are good. Both are not a problem. But when you mine Texit Coin, there's some advantages. The payouts are daily, the passive income for the next 136 years, generational wealth building, access to our weekly community meetings with Bobby Gray like we had tonight, earn bonuses and trips and so forth. If you buy Texit Coin, there's no minimums, right? So you can just buy $5 worth or $10 worth or $100 worth or whatever. It's a set amount of Texit Coin, so you don't have anything mined every day. It's a set amount. So when you sell it, that's it. That's the end of that particular value of that coin. But if you have mined coin, those coins are being mined every day and growing. All right, so here is a potential chart. Now this is based upon Texit Coin getting to $16. And this is, these markets change all the time and stuff. So I pulled these from ChatGPT. If you had $1,000 in silver over a year, you're going to have about a 15.5% return. At the time of this chart, gold, $1,000 in gold over a year would be about a 10% return. I think gold is doing better right now. With Bitcoin, $1,000 in Bitcoin right now is about a 134% return. That's not bad, right? XRP, now again, all these are down right now, but over the course of a year, XRP was looking at about a 408% return over the year. Well, Texit Coin, we are at about 1,100 if you just purchase the coin itself. But if you got a miner, you're looking at about a 1,600% return on the mined coin. And I need to pause for a second. I got to reach out to Mr. Knox to make sure he's going to be joining us here, because I'm coming up to his part and he is not on the call just yet. So let me make sure that he's going to be joining us. Oops. Sorry about that. You know how these live things are. I apologize. I had to send a note to Mr. Knox to join us. Okay. So, Texit Coin is like the goose that laid the golden egg. We use this example because would you rather just buy some golden eggs? Yeah, that's okay. And you'll have a golden egg and gold goes up in value and you can sell it if you want. But Texit Coin is like the goose that's laying the golden eggs. So I'd rather have that goose as long as the goose is laying those eggs, right? Because every day you have more eggs and the amount of eggs you have keep growing. That's a much better position to be in, and that's what we have here with Texit Coin. We are crowdfunding our mine by selling mega hashed packages, also called seats on the rocket ship. These payouts in Texit Coin go to your cold storage wallet daily. Without mining or blockchain would be insecure and would not be seen as real money or real crypto project. The seats range anywhere from $995 for one miner, and you can get more than one. You can get like up to 27 miners or whatever. But there's no work or hardware required. The miners are not installed in your home. They are all in Texas. They're all in those large mining units that I showed you earlier. So it's a digital mining position seat that you're buying. So our current package is you can get one seat for $995 one time. You get a 100 mega hash seat, and that's good to test the waters, if you will. If you're unsure about what we have going, you can get 3 seats for just under $3,000. That's a 300 mega hash seat. You can get 5 seats for just under 5,000 at 600 mega hash. You actually get an additional seat if you buy 5. You get 1 free, and if you get 9 seats, you'll get 1,100 mega hash because you get 2 additional seats with the 9, so you'll have up to 11. So if you only did that, that would be really good, and you could actually just get those packages, get the miners, and then you can just go back to whatever you were doing, and then just check in with us every once in a while and watch your coins grow in your account on a daily basis. But there's another side to this. We want to share with you. You do not have to take advantage of this rapid rewards. It's just an option. So it's an optional piece. So you can earn while you learn. So you get the mining in place. But if you share what we're doing, if you help us build the mine, you can earn additional rewards. And it's a very simple plan. You have 3 points on your left and 3 points on your right. You can earn $1,000. If you have 6 points on your left and 6 points on your right, you can earn $2,000. And if you have 9 points on your left and 9 points on your right, you can earn $3,000. Now, I've done all these several times already, so it's definitely possible to do. It's not complicated at all. You just have to share what we're doing, and we have links and websites and videos and stuff you can use to share. You don't have to become the expert. You don't have to know everything about mining and digital currencies and blockchain. You don't need to know really much of that at all. You just need to be able to share the information that we have available to show people what's going on. That's it. No hoops, no hurdles, no unlocks. Just volume, structure, and real results. All right, so Greg has not joined us just yet, but I do see some questions popping up. So I'm going to address those questions and maybe give Greg some time to join us. Let me see what the question is. Somebody says they purchased their first BTC back in 2000. Oh, that's awesome. You still have it, then you have some money. What's the amount of coins being traded on the open market daily versus mined coins being produced per day? Let me see if I can break this down. What is the amount of coins being traded on the open market versus the mined coins being produced? I don't know the exact answer to that question, but I do know you can get closer to the answer if you go to minetxc.com. I'm going to type that address in the chat. It's minetxc.com and click on dashboard. And there's a lot of charts and graphs there that show you the mining operation. And I'm not an expert on any of that, so I can't tell you what the percentages are and so forth. But you should be able to get a pretty good understanding from that. And if you can't, then you can ask your question at help.minetxc.com. You can ask that exact same question you asked on this call tonight to help.minetxc.com, and you'll probably get an answer that pops up. And if that doesn't work, you can definitely ask Bobby on the calls on Tuesday or Thursday. So there's a lot of ways to get an answer to that question. I don't know the answer to that particular question. All right, are there any other questions? I don't see any popping up. If you have a question, please ask it now. Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. If you have any other questions, going once, going twice. All right, Mr. Thank you guys, but Bobby has hundreds of questions. That's true. He has a lot of questions. He was going through hundreds of questions and he didn't get through all of them. So that is very true. All right, so Mr. Knox is not with us, so there he is. You can see his face. He's an awesome guy. I probably got tied up on something, but he was supposed to be here this evening. He was going to share some information about the card program that was going on, the card giveaway that they did. Man, it was pretty amazing. All right, so this business is really simple. If you want to build it, if you want to earn referral bonus commissions, it's really simple. All you have to do is be able to copy and paste. If you can copy and paste, then you're in good shape. You can go to mindtxe.com, the corporate website, to get some basic information. You can go to help.mindtxe.com for all questions initially. And if you want to share the program or plug into our team, you can go to Texit AllStars.com. There's videos up there to show people what's going on with Texit. In fact, that's where I send people first. I send them to TexitAllStars.com because there's several videos that they can watch to get more information about Texit. And we have, it's also our team website, so we have training videos up there. We've got recorded videos up there. All these recordings that we do weekly, we put these up there as well. So everything is there for you to be successful with this program. Now, I need to let you know that this mining operation is limited. In other words, once the mine is built, the referral side of this thing goes away. So right now is a good time to be involved, because if you want to, you can earn additional revenue by sharing it. But once the mine is built, we won't need to put on any additional miners. So that side of it goes away. The mining operation continues for the next 130 something plus years. But the telling people about it and so forth, that side goes away. So we are guesstimating that by next summer, that part's going to be over. So now is the time to really join us and take advantage of it. Wait, I think we have another question. Let me see. Are the vehicle wraps free? They are free, or there's a reimbursement for the vehicle wrap. There's a process that you have to go through for the vehicle wraps, and you have to reach out to the Texit corporate for that information. Please elaborate on the gold bullion. So I wish I could show you the website, but there's a link. If you go to the Path to 16, I'll put that link in the chat. If you go to the Path to 16, and you go down to the chart, or the liquidity chart, there is a link to the gold bullion piece, and it shows you, actually shows you a picture of the gold bullion, and it shows you how you can verify that we actually have gold bullion. So Bobby actually went through that on one of the corporate calls. He went through the process and showed us the pictures and everything else. But it's all on the Path to 16 on that particular website. Okay, any other questions? That was a great question. All right, any others? Don't see. All right. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So I really appreciate you guys coming on the call tonight. Sorry we were a little late getting started, but we'll be on time next Tuesday as we do this again. We're going to do this every Tuesday unless there's like a holiday or something going on. But we're excited about Texit Coin. We're excited that you're here, and it's time to really get all your questions answered. Excuse me, and get on the rocket ship. This thing is we're at 100 million now, and like I said, when I first saw it, it was 5 million. Now it's 100 million. So we're definitely headed in the right direction, and we hope to see you on that rocket ship. My name is Casper Stockham. You guys have an awesome evening. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye for now.